Hey guys, we are back. Going to be taking some questions now from you guys. Let me change this to Q&A real quick. And again, we're going to be doing subscriber questions first. Kind of want to do a little bit something for the subscribers, and I'm going to try this out. So TimBlur asks, "What do you think is the best card in the game?" And I think Trump and I have chimed in, but Gabe, what's the best card in the game in your opinion?
Well, 3 days ago, I said Mana House Millstorm, but I think that was an overreaction.
What? Really?
I think that was an overreaction to how much nerf I thought Nat Piggle had gone through. So I don't think it's that anymore because I thought it would be the best turn one in the game if you could overload big creatures throughout the entire game and lead with Mill House. They had to use their premium removal and they just couldn't keep up, I thought. So I thought every run out would start with that guy, would be drastically better than every other.
Okay.
But that was because Nat Pagel and Tinkmaster had gotten switched. Now, oh man, the best card in the game.
Man,
That's so brutal.
I'm still trying to recover from Millhouse from your Millhouse comment. Wow.
Yeah, I know. I crafted it, everything. I think it might be
Wow.
Ragnaros.
That's Ragnar. Which was it? Ragnaros and.
I think it might be Ragnaros or Baron Geddon.
Oh, okay. Trump. Your thoughts on, I guess, the Millhouse comment first, and then. I mean, I think we all are in agreement that Rag is like probably top two, at least top two legendary. I don't know about overall.
No, I'm not in agreement with that.
Okay. Oh, really? Not top two legendary?
No,
I thought when we were doing the legendary show that wasn't. Well, whatever. What are
I
your
mean,
thoughts
that's
on-
arena.
Oh, that's arena. True. That's true.
Ragnaros sucks against aggro, for example.
Yeah.
And I know that, like, we just had a big talk about not having it in the Warlock Giants deck. Like, having it and then not having it. It's a major decision.
Yeah.
Anyways, I have to give grudging respect to Flame Imp as the best card in the game, since I love control so much. It's a 1-mana 3/2. That's what gets the snowball rolling, and then you die too fast to recover from it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
My other, I didn't think
I see
about
what you
class
mean.
specific, but my other would have been Soulfire, which is basically the same thing as Flame Imp because they are like a combo of absurdity and board control.
Yeah, I
You know
mean,
what I mean?
Flame Imp more scary than Soulfire for me, just because it's a consistent 3, and the decks I usually play will often take 9 damage from it, and that's like the beginning of the end. And a lot of the
That's
decks
true.
are just, you need to craft them in order. Oh, I forgot! The best card in the game is Unleash the Hounds. What am I thinking?
You already said Flame Imp.
Yeah, but I wasn't. I didn't
Okay,
consider
so
all-
We don't talk
one
about
A,
Hounds.
one A,
Like-
and one B. Okay, so talk about
We don't
Unleash.
talk
No.
about Hunter. It's like Fight Club. Let's just make a new rule. And
What's
then
wrong
let's
with Hunter,
reevaluate.
man? No. What's wrong with Hunter? I always
They're
have my
just-
love for Hunter.
They have one strategy, but it's like the second best strategy there is. Straight burn, right? They have one strategy and they're like the second or third best undisputed, and it's just frustrating because it's not that fun to play against. You know, it's not that complicated of games. I don't think.
No, it's not.
So it's not that fun, and everyone can play it and win a lot, which is great. But I don't like to talk about it when we talk about great cards because I think you have to think in a factor of sweet card too. Do you know what I mean? Like sweetness factor, does that factor in at all, Trump? Is there any sweetness
I'm
factor?
Is-
a cold-hearted statistician, and I'm like, man, when I see turn 1 Flame Imp, I mean, my chances of winning the game have gone down. And when I see Unleash the Hounds, my chances of winning have usually gone down.
I see.
Wait, what do you mean
The
by
glass is half
sweet?
empty.
What do you mean by sweet? It's pretty
When I
sweet when
play
you throw
around-
down a Leroy and then you throw down Unleash. So what do you mean by sweet?
Well, how sweet is it when you play for Ragnaros and look at the board? How much has your win percentage gone up after Ragnaros comes into play and it activates? Because that's similar. How often does Baron Geddon give you 25% that you didn't have before you played it, got a 7/5, and did 2 to everything? So, you know, there's another way to look at that too. It's like how much more can you increase winning by as opposed to how much can you decrease losing, right?
Yeah, sure.
So that's like sweetness factor.
Oh, I
It's
see.
not just like straight negative EV. It's like there's also a
Oh,
significant
okay.
amount of increased win rate when you play Ragnaros successfully. You know, so I don't know. I see what you're saying. Flame Imp is, yeah.
Value
Super-
wise, Flame Imp is very high. That's for
yeah,
sure. I mean, there's no question about that. But
yeah.
okay. So we got basically Baron and Rag from Gabe, and then Flame Imp from Trump. Okay, good deal. Let's see what's next
Style.
here. Style, exactly.
They're all insane cards. I mean, his makes a lot of sense. I can't even dispute what he said. It does start the snowball the best.
All right, so Cal LOL asks, what's the most stable hero on the ladder right now? Stable. It's kind of
I think Hunter.
interesting. There's no fluctuation to Hunter, so I think from the standpoint of stable, that's probably right.
Is there a different way we could say stable to answer that question differently?
Maybe something that doesn't need to. Well, I mean, Hunter's just not going to change because it's just completely. It's like there's nothing they're going to modify much except for maybe tweak the amount of damage, amount of explosiveness, right? So, yeah. So from the standpoint of stable being something that's not going to change over time, I think that one's probably it. What do you think, Trump? It's got to be one of the aggro decks, right? They're just not
Yeah,
going to
I
change
actually do
much.
think it's one of the aggro decks. I think it's
Yeah.
Warlock. I think Hunter is actually very unstable because you can build decks to squash the Hunter, and that's what makes it unstable. You see periods where Hunters are popular and periods where Hunters are all but died out, and that sort of is the cycle of how many people are running the anti-Hunter cards.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, actually, Nimsh has a question to Gabe. Would you consider playing ETC in a competitive event with money on the line?
I don't know what that is.
ETC?
Torn Elite Chieftain.
Yeah, Elite Torn Chieftain. It's that card that they gave away for folks that went to BlizzCon. I think you can craft it yourself now, right? Everybody can craft it, I think, at this point.
Would
but
I play it in an event? Wait, what is the question?
Would you ever play it in a competitive event for money?
What does the card do?
It randomly summon. Okay, he's a rock star. Right,
He's a rock star.
He's a rock star. No, he seriously is. He's a rock star Torn that he throws
I
down.
like it.
He like strums his guitar, and then like a random unit. What faction is it? Trump again? What faction is it? A random
Horde.
a random horde unit
Yeah, the dark
comes on
side?
the board. Yeah, comes on the board. So,
I think
What is
Gabe
the
has
Horde?
never even seen the card.
dude,
It's
you have to
never
see the
played.
card. I've seen a 2/2. I've seen a like. There's well, it gives you a card, right? It gives you a card that's
In your hand?
yeah, in your hand, and it does different things.
Okay, and the card
too.
is a warlord. No,
No,
a horde character.
It
I don't
also
know
wait.
war-
It also I haven't finished. It also gives your opponent a card too.
It gives your opponent a card
Yeah,
too.
gives your
Absolutely
opponent a random ETC card, and you get a random ETC card. So, like, imagine Ysera. You get like one of Ysera's cards, like each of you guys. So it's like that, and it's a random
Okay.
one too. So
Okay, I think I read these. I think I read all these. Is it like an O1 that draws 3 cards if it lives or something? Those things?
Is it 3? I know there's a Murloc that summons like 4
No,
Murloc
you're thinking of
cards and
Gelbin, Mechatork.
Gelbin.
Oh yeah, not Gelbin. No, that's not Gelbin. It's not Gelbin.
If someone paid me more to play with it than I would get for winning or losing whatever expectation I would decrease in losing the match in front of me, I would play with it.
Okay, the reason Nimsh asked it because he actually ran it at IEM this past weekend. I
Is this
believe
a
it
point
was
of pride
Nimsh.
for him?
But he didn't actually play for money. It wasn't for money though. It was just for it was for pride. But that's why he's asking the question. I
Wait,
think.
what? No, it was for money.
Was it for money? I didn't
Yeah,
know.
it was a tournament prize pool.
Was there? I didn't know IIM had prize for the Hearthstone section. I thought they were
he's-
just playing for those cool looking trophies and stuff. But okay, so it was for money. So
He's embracing his inner RNG.
Yeah.
That's nice.
exactly. No, it was style, man. I appreciated it.
Yeah.
As a viewer.
I like your style, bro. I don't know if I have the cojones.
Oh, it's 2K. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Congrats to Nimsh from that. But Larwood, he asked, is the card text unnaturalized? Still destroy a minion, next turn lose the game? Or has it become a necessary evil with the Tinkmaster nerf? Trump, I'll throw that one to you.
Well, I don't like losing the game, so I tend not to play Naturalize. I think the Druid has enough answers. Like, they actually have 0 ways to hard remove something now. but I still don't think you need Naturalize. Just rely on your minions to remove stuff, really.
Okay.
You can't just rely on your good looks to remove big taunt creatures, Trump. Sometimes Naturalize needs to come into play. I think that it might be time to bring a Naturalize in and a lot of Druid combo decks. Like Token Druid, I think maybe should play a Naturalize. I agree that it's nowhere near Watcher Druid's caliber of attrition-based strategy, nor should it ever enter that arena. But I think the Token Druid deck might have a place for a Naturalize. I don't know. In some of those combo turns, I feel like you might be able to get rid of the one big taunt and win on turn 10 with a combo.
Is it better than an Owl, though, which is just one extra mana? Achieves pretty much the same thing. If you're talking about killing him that turn, right? Like buffing everything that's on the board.
It's about turn 10.
Oh, turn 10. Okay, sure. You can't say...
So it's like...
you're right.
And then you play a Gadgets in too, so it's another redundant spell. You know, if it's not as bad if you cantrip off of it, you know?
Okay.
So that's significant. Sure. So I think it might... I played it a few times. I don't like it. Yeah, you're right. It's pretty volatile. It doesn't get me out of... If I'm behind on the board, it sucks. It's really only a combo card. But it might give Druid, if they need one-turn kills, it might be the good way to go. I don't know.
Okay. Let's see. TimBlur asks, what... Well, I'm just going to go through, I guess, one from each of the... just each of the subs here. Oh, actually, TimBlur's already gotten one. So we'll go down to... Let's see. Saving your life gaming... Oh, that's not a question. Okay, Martzito13 asks, guys, can I see again Priest Red Eyes?
It's Blood Eyes.
It's Blood Eyes, yeah.
It's a 15-year-old fan of mine. He's Canadian. I've won a lot of the hearts of the Canadians. He wanted me to play Priest. We played a grudge match like a month ago for fun when I had like 5 viewers. And in the last game, he was playing Priest, so I built all legendaries so he could steal all my legendaries with Thought Steals and Mind Visions. And then he beat me. It was awesome. So in honor of him, I named it his screen name.
Okay. Cool.
That's the name. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna move on to... We're gonna look at some of the... If any other subs have more questions than... oh, actually, no. Save Your Life Game has a question. Do you think Harrison Jones will become very viable anytime soon? I think it's already entering the viability phase since I've been seeing it a lot, like more and more every day that I play.
What are the formats like, Trump, that you guys are playing competitively? How are they laid out?
Oh, it's very similar. It's
pretty much the same.
It's the format that you have just described. King of the Hill style. Both blind pick a deck, then winner's deck stays. Usually both players have prepared some amount of decks, maybe best of 5.
Yeah, depending on how big the tournament is too. If it's like a 16-man, 8-man, then it's probably best of 5 every round. But if it's bigger, then it's best of 3 all the way up to, wherever they feel like changing it to best of 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think in that meta game, Harrison Jones will be very viable. I think you could put it in 3 decks comfortably at some point of your 5, which I think means very viable in that meta game. I don't know. I think there could be enough. Hunter, it seems good against Hunter in some decks. I mean, because they do that play where they play bow and then play a trap and then you proc the trap. Yeah. And then if you get that too, that's a big deal. I mean,
Yeah. And, it's a 5 slot too. It's a 5 mana card too, which there's not that many great 5 mana classes. So, it definitely can fill that slot too. From the standpoint of the mana curve. All right, let's take a look at what we got on Reddit here. Okay, so Zage, the top voted one. Hero powers seem oppressively powerful to me as a former MTG player. I think if they cost 3, they should still be used as a mana sink, but they would be a lot less stifling. So my actual question, how do you guys feel about the power of hero powers? Not in relation to each other, but in the game as a whole. Yeah. You guys made a comment about just you like it. And that's one of the things you like about Hearthstone, right? So I don't know. Anything to add, I guess, to that question?
Want me to go?
Yeah, go for it, Gabe.
Yeah, they're actually in relation to how much mana we receive throughout the game. I think really balanced. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then several 10s. Not often that many, even in really long games. 2 mana is a good number for that total number of mana that we receive to use that thing 6, 7 times. and have some significant effect on the game.
Yeah.
And I think at making it more expensive would make it significantly worse, to the point where it would be almost a last resort instead of something that you want to try to get value of, so you use it more often.
Yeah.
And I don't like that change. I like the change from Magic. I'm tired of the exact same thing over and over and over. That's what Magic feels like to me. I mean, it just feels very redundant. There isn't that much nuance and diversity now, compared to, it's like a 3/3, a giant growth, a shock, draw 2 for 3 mana. It's all very close iterations, and the hero powers change that, and I think that's really neat. I don't think it's a bad thing.
Agreed.
I don't know.
Trump,
What do you think,
you
Trump?
think the mana cost for hero powers are appropriate right now?
Yeah, they're very appropriate, and I don't. In future expansions, like if they were to introduce new heroes with the mana hero powers of like 1 or 3, like those would be different, and I could see that happening also. But for these base heroes, 2 is a good number, and if you think it's too powerful, like if you try to use your hero power every single turn of the game, you'll probably lose. So it's definitely not too powerful. It's just meant to smooth things out, and then I like what Gabe said. They do provide some flavor. Like you use it a few times every game, so you represent your class sort of, and um, and it's a skill to know when to play a card versus using the hero ability as well. So it makes games a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go with maybe 2 more here. And the air just asked for the TheGWalls. How many viewers are you willing to sacrifice to continue playing Disney music on your stream?
As many as it takes to let it go. The Frozen soundtrack,
All right.
101.
Oh, you're playing the Frozen soundtrack. All right. All
No,
right.
it's Walt Disney's Pandora, The Lion King. And I just thumb up and thumb down a lot. There's Beatles. There's a lot of Frozen. There's a lot of Beauty and the Beast. There's a lot of Hallelujahs. I don't know.
Okay. All right. I know Trump has played some Disney music on his stream too. What are your
Very
favorites,
nice.
Trump?
Yeah, I mean, when I heard from Gabe that he played Disney music, my respect for him went up because
Yeah.
Disney music is amazing.
Yeah.
Favorite
That's
song.
what's up.
Favorite song, Trump.
Man, there's so many
There's so
good
many-
ones.
come on,
I
why
can't
you
pick one out,
quit
but
dodging?
one of my favorite ones because it's different and it's weird for Disney is The Hunchback of Notre Dame's Hellfire, which I
Oh,
have sung
wow.
on stream before.
Wow.
Wow.
I
I'll
don't
have to
remember
find
that
that in
song.
the
I don't
archives.
remember that song. I mean, obviously I've seen that movie, but I don't remember that song. Okay, I'm going to have to brush my memory or refresh my memory up on that one.
You'll just have to watch some Trump stream to get it. He'll play it
Exactly.
again.
Okay, last question. I'm trying to find a good one here. Let's go with. Okay, so this one, StarWolf asked, how do you guys feel about Abomination for countering aggro decks? Which I've actually used and considered a lot in the past, but haven't done it recently. Thoughts on it, Trump? I'll let you go first, and then Gabe, you can get your comments afterwards.
I think it doesn't slow them down fast enough upon thinking about it. I think it's a little too slow.
Okay.
Yeah, I think 4 toughness doesn't get it done. And the 2 damage doesn't do enough because they can set up well. And it hurts you a lot too. And I think cards like Tazingo do it a lot better, a lot cheaper.
Mhm.
And I thought my friend Brent Caskell thought it was good. He's been playing. He just started playing too. He was a good Magic player, and he tried it in Control Warrior against a lot of the aggro decks, but he was playing because he didn't have all the cards as an alternative to
Yeah.
some other options, and it was pretty good. But if you have access to all the cards, I just don't think it's good enough. I just don't think it does the right things. I don't think you want to deal 2 damage. You don't want to be taking damage. You only have 4 toughness. You got to pay 5 mana. I don't know. It just doesn't fit the bill for beating
Yeah.
aggro, right?
Yeah. I think generally speaking too that it's a card that's probably, when he does have success, he probably has success when he's a little bit ahead, or maybe even on the board, but definitely ahead. You can see playing A-bomb and being in a situation where you force them to have to take a very inefficient scenario there. But yeah, it definitely won't save you. Like Taz Dingo can actually force a 2-for-1 sometimes, and I'm not sure a bomb can always do that, especially like a hunter. A hunter can just use like their bow and clear it potentially before even running one of their minions into it. Okay, well, I think that's going to be it for questions today. But yeah, so why don't we wrap up the show and do some shout outs, thank yous, all that good stuff. Gabe, you're our guest today. It was awesome having you on. But you got any shout outs or thank yous you want to do?
Team Refuse. I have a team now. Check it out. Check out my stream. I stream every day. I have a lot of awesome people there.
What's your
They're
stream?
all ridiculous. Yes. I have a lot of fun. They're all, hello everyone. I'm sure you're all here watching. Trumpet, I managed to not talk any trash for beating Trump with a deck that he built called TheGWalls with the deck called TheGwall. I managed not to talk any trash the whole time. Are you guys proud of me? Thank you. We were civil. It's a lot of fun. So there's that.
What?
Thanks for having me on. It's a lot of fun. I don't know. I don't know what you say. We had a fun match, and it was like I made a big story out of it because it was a lot of fun. And it was epic. The games were sweet. He built a deck called TheGWalls. He was asking for it. So I found out I streamed it. I found out I had egg on my face at the beginning of the episode. It was ridiculous, but it was a lot of fun. Trump.
Trump goes second. Trump, you got any shout outs or forget thank yous? Trash talking you want to do before you go?
Yeah, it was a fun match. The TheGWalls deck name was just to remind myself that I had built that deck specifically to counter Warlock Giants. That's all.
Good. It was sweet because what happened was my draw was like all 3/3s somehow out of nowhere.
Yeah, that really sucked.
Yeah, it was so awesome. It was so lucky. It was lucky, everyone. That's why it's so sweet because it looks masterful. But really, I just played all my cards. I mean, I was playing around Ragnaros and Faceless, trying to, but I mean, I thought you didn't have. I thought you took out Flame Strike, is what I thought. That was in my head. I was like, I don't think he has Flame Strike in his deck. I think he overreacted and doesn't have Flame Strike. So I'm gonna play a bunch of 3/3s. That's what I was thinking. I don't know. It was a lot of fun. All right.
All right.
Thanks very much. You guys are awesome. Thanks for having me on.
Cool.
Anytime.
Cool.
I'm
Trump,
here.
shout outs?
Yeah, so thanks for being on. Just a general announcement that right after the show, I'll be streaming more of my free-to-play Shaman and getting to Legendary. I mean, probably not today. Almost certainly not today, but
Well, that'd be impressive, man.
Make some progress.
That'd be impressive if you got
14
today.
levels today.
Yeah, that would be serious.
Oh,
It's like
impressive.
I'm
Oh
already
my
halfway
goodness.
there, right?
It's like
Nah.
what, 30 in a row or something like that. Maybe
I don't even know
no,
what-
40 and a 50 in a row, probably something crazy like
Oh.
that. That'd be amazing. Yeah, so check out these guys. Both of you guys streaming. Actually, Gabe,
I'll
you
probably
streaming right
stream
after
in a
too.
little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check out both of these guys right after, guys. But again, big thanks to Gabe for coming on. Trump, as always, each and every week, super fun. And guys, you can check out the VODs. They're going to be up on YouTube.com/ChanManV. I'll link it real quick. Probably about 15-20 minutes after the show. So be sure to find those there. Any of the past episodes you can find there too. We've done 21 other episodes. So if you missed any of those with lots of great guests too, definitely check it out. And for me, Deck Wars tomorrow, guys. We got That's Admirable against Puffin. So check that out at 5 p.m. Eastern. Follow this channel too if you want to get notified whenever the stream goes live or the shows go live. It's a great way to do it. But
I'm
that's
gonna have a poker superstar guest soon.
what? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Poker
It's a secret.
Poker superstar or
He's
poker
won several $1 million
superstar?
on
Okay.
paper.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He only
That's
plays
not
1
bad.
month a year. He's so lazy. But he's
What?
gonna come on and play Hearthstone with me. I wanted to say that.
Okay.
That was it.
Cool, man. Well, definitely be looking
Good
forward
luck,
to
Trump.
that too.
I'm gonna come watch.
All right. All right, guys. Well, that's going to be it for Value Town this week. So for the TheGWalls, Gabe, Trump, and myself, ChanManV, we will see you next time. Later.
Bye. The fan. That's so